Okay, we'll start it. I think online guys are yet to join, but again, let's start it. Now, what did we do? We have created the user. With the user, I have assigned the profile which is called recruiter, and I tested it. It was working fine. Now, which profile did I assign it? Standard employee profile I have assigned to the user. When we assign the standard employee profile to the user, I can see only the position object, and it does not have a create or edit access is not there, right? Only the read access is there. So that's the reason I can see the record, but I cannot edit or I cannot create a record. Now what I'll do is I'll go to this user. And first I'll assign a permission set. Click on this permission set, edit the assignment, and I'm going to assign one of the permission set, which is called, what did we create it? Hiring manager. Now, if I assign a hiring manager permission set, what will happen? So what kind of a access we are going to get it?
The additional access which hiring manager is having.
Yes. So whatever the, on the position level, we have a create, read, edit. Now, if I give this hiring manager permission set to this user, right now this user has only read access. Now I'm going to get a create and edit access. Create and edit access. Position, the person can see the new button. Also, we have, like if I go to this particular record, I can see the edit button, but I cannot see the delete option. Delete option is not there, as well as sharing option is also not there, right? So we just enable with the permission set, create, read, edit, right? So that's the permission set. Now the person is started seeing the other objects also. Before that, before applying the permission set, the person was not able to see the candidate or a job application or a review. The person was not able to see. Now I have assigned the permission set. So that's the reason the person is able to see additional objects. Now, if I give another permission set, which is a interviewer, what is the additional which I'm going to get it? What is the permission set hiring manager has it? What is the permission set interviewer has it? Is it both are different or both are same? What kind of access I have? Different. So interviewer has a read, and everything is a read except the review. And here SSN number is not available. Whereas hiring manager is create, read, edit. Now if I apply two permission set to the user, which one this user will get it? Now I'm assigning the hiring manager, right? So this hiring manager and the interviewer. Interviewer has a all the read access. Review is having a create, read, edit, right? Whereas this person has all the access. Job application is also create, read, edit, and employee website also read. Now, which one the user is going to get it?
The extended functionality of this.
What about the interviewer? What about the interviewer?
Just second.
Okay, so let's take an example of job application, right? So job application and candidate. I have a read access in the interview. Whereas in the hiring manager, I have a job application, read, edit, create, candidate is read, right? Now in this case, what will happen? Will I get a read access of job application or will I get a read and edit access of job application? Read and edit. Now, how about this job posting? Now, interviewer does not have a job posting access at all. We have not given the job posting. Now, previous one, I have given the job posting, create, read, edit. Will I be able to see the job posting or not?
Yeah.
So, whichever the profile has extended access is there, that access will be applied. Though I'm So though I'm applying the two profiles here, out of these two profiles, so out of these two profiles, so which are the profile is having a extended access, then we are going to get that access. Now, what are the lowest access is there? Now, if the other permission set is extending it, definitely we will get a access on the extending one. Now, if I go to the this user, let's click on a refresh. I'll go to the job application. Am I able to see the job application? Yes, but it does not have create access. Hiring manager, create, read, edit. Job application, read. Now, which one it is applying right now?
Recently, we instead of that,
Instead of
all of it. Yes.
now you have a interviewer read access on the job application. Let's take a hiring manager, job application is read edit. Why it is not showing the new button here?
No create, no access.
In
Both the permissions.
in both permission set, we do not have a create access. So that's the reason it is not showing the new button. Now, will I get a read and edit access or read access?
Read and edit.
Read and edit. I can edit the information here. So let's say I'm editing here, Apex. And I can click on save. Does this person has the update access? Yes. Done. So this is how we are going to in real time also the same thing. Mostly if you are working in the real time, go with one profile. Okay. Always go with the one profile and create a multiple permission set. Right. If you have a access, common access, only few access are different. Only few access are different. That means object level is a object level. You have a same access. I'm trying to open the page. Now let's say you have a 3 teams. That means 3 different profiles you need to create it. 3 different profiles you need to create it. So when you want to create a 3 different profiles, usually you know that what is the access that we need to give on the first profile, what is the access we need to give it on the second profile, what is the access we need to give it on third profile. Now out of this, identify what is the lowest access. Now let's say here, job application, I just have a create access. Right here, I have a create read access. Here I have a create, read, edit, and view all accesses there. So the lowest one is a create access. Lowest one is create access. So with this lowest one, create a profile. That means profile should have a lowest privileges. Now on top of it, create a one permission set for this user and another permission set is for this user. Instead of creating a multiple profiles, what Salesforce suggests is create your Salesforce profile, custom Salesforce profile with the lowest privileges and then extend the access to the using the permissions. So that is the way of implementing in the real time. Now create different users to assign the profile and permission set, which we have already done. So with the standard employee profile, we have assigned the hiring manager permission set as well as the interviewer permission set. Now, if I remove the hiring manager permission set, what will happen?
The extended functionality will be.
So which object will I be removed? Will I not be able to see? If I remove the hiring manager, which object? Job
Job
position
position. Job
and
position.
Employment website.
so job position and employment website I'll not be able to see. right? So that's about the step 56. Now, next, we are going to the OWD. We have completed the profile level, permission set level. Now, coming to the OWD. Now, we need to change the candidate and job application as a private, right? And then employment website and a position as a public read-only. Somebody take a notes of it. So candidate and a job application is a private and employment website and the position is a public read-only. Public read-only. Now we have to log in to the recruiter profile user and verify whether the user can access or cannot. And the record created by the system administrator, user, as well as the recruiter profile. Recruiter profile. We need to go with system admin user as well as the recruiter profile user, the user which we have created right now. Now let's go to the OWD. How do I go to the OWD? Somebody said OWD.
Keep on sharing settings.
Sharing settings. And click on this edit object. What are the objects that we need to change it to the private? Candidate and
Job application.
okay, employment website is public, read,
Read only.
and then position.
Position public read only.
So done with creating the OWD. So we have changed it, the level of access, the internal access, the level of access we have changed to the candidate is, it takes time. Now go to the candidate object. We have a private, job application is private and employment website is public read only and position is public read only. Now what is the job posting is showing? Controlled by parent. Who is the parent? Job posting, who is the parent? Who said? Position is the parent. Now here public read only, right? So, and this is the controlled by parent and review also controlled by parent. Now, so we have to set this private and public read only. Now, login as a recruiter profile user. Now let me show you here. Now I need to update the profile for the user. Go to the users. Click on setup. And go to the users. Click on this users. Now Nirali. And then I'm going to update this user. Profile is a recruiter profile. Click on save. And I'll remove the permission set. Perfect. So verify the whether the user can access or cannot the records created by the system admin user as well as the recruiter profile. Now, whatever, if I go here, let's click on refresh. And job application, what is the level of access we have given?
Private.
Private. And how about the position?
Public read.
So if I give a public read only, will I be able to see all the records? Yes, but will I be able to edit it? Let's check it here. Now this is the record. Who is created this record? Created by admin project. Now if I try to edit this, let's say I'm going to update it here. Click on save. Now what is this? It is going to give me the error. You do not have a necessary privileges to edit the record. See your administrator per help. So it's a blocker message. It's a blocker message. So you cannot even edit, but you can view it. And how about on the job posting? Okay, which one we have given the private? Candidate we have given the. You click on all. Now, am I able to see the candidate information? I can see. Now, how about the other record? Job?
Job application.
Job application. So if I go to the job application also, I cannot see the records because they are the private. And what we will do is we will implement a sharing rule. We will implement sharing rule on this records, right? So let's go to the sharing setting. And the next step is we have a object, a rule owned by should be shared with access level. Take a notes of it. Now object, candidate object. So on the candidate object, we will be creating the rule which is called as a edit candidates. And I will be creating the information which is for the own. What are the different type of a sharing settings we have? You don't have a notes? Take a notes. So what are the two types of sharing?
Manual and automated.
While creating the sharing rule, what are the different ways?
Okay,
that
okay. So, sorry, owner and criteria.
owner and criteria, owner based sharing rule as well as the criteria based sharing rule. So here we are going to take a owner by. So all the internal users and should be shared with a recruitment manager, which is a public group. That means I'll be creating the public group. I'll be creating the public group and the public group name is recruitment manager. And the access level is read and write. Read and write. Next one is employment website. Employment website. So for employment website, we will be creating the rule name is edit employment website. Edit employment website. Now owned by all internal users. And we will be sharing to the recruitment manager, which is a public recruitment manager, which is called as a public group. And we will be sharing the read and write. Next one, we are going to create a candidate. For the candidates, we are going to create rule name is edit candidates. Edit candidates and owned by all the internal users. Recruitment manager is a public group. We will be sharing to the public group. And here we have a read and write access. These three objects, for these three objects, we will be creating the sharing settings. Now, before creating the sharing settings, now sharing rule, we need to create a public group. We need to create public group. Now, public group name is recruitment manager.
What's the bigger candidate?
Sorry, candidate.
On the candidate, we have the first one we get one.
Or candidate is repeated 2 times. Now we will be creating the sharing rule on the candidate as well as the job application. Sharing rule, candidate as well as the job application. And then we will be creating the sharing rule on the employment website. Now the reason I'm creating the employment website is I'm already giving the public read only. But users are not able to edit. Users are not able to edit. So we will be creating candidate as well as the job application, sharing rule, and then we will be creating the employment website. Now here candidate and application is a private. Now this one, we need to create a sharing rule which is called as a candidates and application. Now let's go ahead and create it. Now I'm going to create a sharing rule which is on the candidate object. Instead of searching here on top manual sharing, let's go to the object which is called candidates. Now, before creating the candidate, I need to create a public key, because we will be sharing the information to the public group of members. So go to this public group. And click on the new button. Now let's say here recruitment. What is the name of it? Recruitment manager. And we are going to select the users here. Let's say admin project and Viral. And let's say. Let's go back and refresh this sharing settings. Now here, select all the objects and selected candidates. Now we are going to click on this candidate sharing rule. Click on the new button. Now, what is the criteria that I need to specify here? Which one do I need to go for rule type? Criteria or owner? Owner? Owner or criteria? Owner. And which one do I need to select it here? Internal users, which one? All? Which one do I need to select it before selecting the all internal? Where it should be there? Public groups, all internal users. And select the user to share with. Recruitment manager. And what is the level of access? Right. One is the candidate and the other one. Employment of job application. Create a job application and click on the new. Edit job application. And here all the internal users, public group is recruitment manager, read and write. Other two you guys created, for now I'm creating this. Now what are the sharing setting is applied? Let's go ahead and check this. Click on a refresh button. So basically on the candidate, we have created a. Now how many I can see? I can see all of them. Internally, how many records can you see? All the records. All the records are visible. Previously, it was not visible for candidates. Now it is visible because what is the sharing setting I mentioned? I mentioned all the internal users. Internal users is nothing but Nirali Mehta is also internal user. So all the internal users by default, they will get an access of read and write access. Now if I go and edit, I can edit it. So if I open the candidate information record and if I'm trying to enter some SSN number, I'm modifying this and click on save. Once I click on save, it will be record is saved, right? So that is the sharing set. Sharing rules. And we are done with the sharing role. And the next one is a self-practice. Now I'll be giving you some assignment to you guys. Now, whatever we have completed, it's all done. Now, what are the self-assignment is nothing but I'll be giving you some activities which are related to the data loader. Right? Some of them are formula fields. Like that, you guys have to practice it. This I'll be sending a documentation to you guys. So I'll be sending a project documentation and the self-practice. And additionally, I'll be giving the one more project. But that one more project is if you are able to complete this project, whatever I have explained it, if you are able to complete this, then only I'll give the other project. Right? So self-practice along with that, whatever we did it in the class, you guys have to do it, complete it, and send me the proper documentation. What is the requirement, scenario, how it is the model, data model, and then what are the steps you guys have implemented along with the screenshot. Okay, so this I'll send you the self-practice in the WordPad. Fine. Any questions?